Hi everyone, happy afternoon or wherever you are. This is the Corkscrew today. So while I give everyone a second to filter in, I just want to say that this exercise used to confuse the crap out of me when I first learned it in my teacher training. At my first teacher training, I wasn't taught a preparatory exercise. I was just taught the full inversion, and it's really disorienting when you're upside down. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to teach you a preparatory exercise, which is what I most commonly teach in my live group classes and in the Anonymous Pilates Club. And then I'm going to teach you the inversion. And now what I want to say here is if you are someone that is coming to my live group classes or if you're someone that practices in the Anonymous Pilates Club, and if I'm doing the first version and you feel like you're ready to challenge yourself with the inversion, then go for it. I want you to take ownership of your practice. And that's what these tutorials are for, so that you can distill things down or advance them according to your level. And it's not always, sorry, YouTube has just made all these new features and there's like all these pop-ups happening. It's very distracting. So I want you to take ownership of your practice, and you kind of match things. No, not match things. You kind of tailor things for how you're feeling that day. Okay. So this is the second of 4 inversions in the Classical Mat Pilates sequence. So if you have not mastered the rollover yet, you're not going to go into the inversion for the corkscrew. Okay, you're going to keep doing the first variation until you feel comfortable with the rollover. Anything and all of the techniques and approaches that you use for your rollover, you're going to apply to the corkscrew. Okay, so today I'm going to more focus on a few specific tricks to corkscrew, not specifically how to get into an inversion. And if you haven't watched the rollover, we did a really in-depth tutorial. So that will teach you the basics of getting into an inversion, the modifications that you can use, and so on and so forth. So let's get started. Corkscrew. I hope you're all well. So funny that this like working from home situation, I was just washing dishes and now I'm doing a tutorial, and after this I'm going to film the APC, so it's kind of cool. Okay, so I'm going to pull up the exercise. Okay, so we just finished the open leg rocker. So commonly in class I'll ask people to close their legs, walk their hands down their legs, lay down on their back. Okay, so let's get started with the first variation, no inversion. You straighten the legs towards the ceiling, you push down into your arms, your shoulders are staying stuck to the floor. You're going to keep your legs the same length and draw a right to left circle, come back to center, and then a left to right circle. So think about tracing like an analog clock from 12 o'clock to 12 o'clock clockwise and counterclockwise. Okay, and then now, so that's the first version. Okay, no inversion, it's great. I'm going to give you my first tip here. The legs have to stay the same length as one another the whole time, okay? If you do not, like if these are my legs, if I start to go here and my legs are doing this, that means I'm rotating at my hips, at my waist, okay? That means I'm rotating in my thigh bones, okay? We want to keep the shoulders connected to the floor, and you're rotating actually in your middle, like kind of around your rib cage, your belly button area, okay? So all that to say, don't overcomplicate it. Just keep your legs the exact same length the whole time. If you're not sure, squeeze your legs together and feel what bony landmarks or what fabric, like give yourself some kind of tactile proprioceptive tool. Put a ball between your legs, something that helps you understand where your legs are in space and helps you understand if you are indeed changing the length, okay? So let's go into the inversion. Remember, we're alternating sides. We're going right, left, left, right, okay? We're never repeating the same side 2 times in a row, okay? So you get into this, you're going to bring your legs up and overhead, and that's where you pause. Your legs are in the center at this moment. You make sure you have a clear foundation. You're standing on your shoulders. You're going to send your legs over towards the right shoulder, okay? But you have not changed your shoulders. So your feet are over the right shoulder, but your shoulders are still connected onto the floor. You're going to roll down the right side of your spine, draw a right to left circle, roll up the left side of your spine, and then bring your feet to the middle. That was first side of your first rep. Now we go to the second rep of the second side of the first rep. It's confusing. Send the legs over to the left, roll down the left side of your spine, draw a left to right circle, roll up the right side of your spine. Feet come to the middle. Feet go over to the right, you roll down the right side, legs go right to left, you roll up the left side. Come back to center. Go to the left, roll down the left side of your spine, draw a left to right circle. This will be our last set. You roll up the right, feet come to middle, legs to the right, you roll down the right, up the left side, feet come to the middle, feet go to the left, you roll down the left side, you go up one last time through the right side, you bring your feet to the middle, you've done all 3 sets, now you roll down through the center of your spine and the exercise is over. Okay, so it's a lot. I get confused even teaching this exercise, and I think it's just one that you just have to keep flowing. And so my intention with our tutorial today is just to teach you the choreography and a few very simple tricks to make sure that you're doing it properly. And then if you need more rollover tips, again, you go back to that rollover tutorial. And if you have questions, pop them in the chat before we wrap things up, okay? So I'm gonna scrub back to the very first thing. Okay, and now, so my first tip, and I've already said it, is you're gonna make sure that your legs remain the same length the entire time. Okay, my second tip, I'm just gonna bring my legs up. Okay, so if I do my first circle, okay, did you notice that my shoulders did not move? So I'll go to the left side, see where I'm twisting from. So if you feel your shoulder coming off of the floor or your arms leaving the floor, you know you have gone too far. So your legs are your weight that you're dealing with. You wouldn't walk into the gym and bench press 700 pounds right away. So the size of your circle is going to be dictated by the strength and the understanding that you have of your body that day. So start with a small circle, and then as you get stronger, your legs can go into a bigger circle. And keep in mind that your circle doesn't have to be the same size as mine. Your legs might be lighter or heavier than mine. What matters is that your legs are straight and they're staying the same length and your shoulders are staying stuck to the floor, okay? Similarly, we're gonna go into the rollover one last time and review that. Okay, now notice, you can't actually see, but as I roll down and I do that corkscrew, my shoulders are my anchor. Again, if you feel your shoulders, the back of your shoulders start to lift off the floor, you've gone too far with your legs, and it's okay to pull back. Okay, we're always kind of walking this tightrope and trying to make sure we're challenging ourselves, but we're not pushing ourselves too far that we lose our form, okay? And that's basically it. I think that that's a lot. I'm just gonna continue to play just so you have a visual. And my last little tip that I'm gonna give you is, you can see my feet don't go very far, so I always use my shoulders as a guide. My feet go over towards the right shoulder or the left shoulder, whatever side I'm moving in. I'm not trying to go wider than that, never, okay? And then when you finish, you bring your legs to the middle and you roll down. Just 3 sets, and that's it, okay? So I hope that's helpful. I think I'm gonna bring it back to the intro and we're gonna wrap it up there. So this week in the Anonymous Pilates Club, we are going to go through the exercises, the 100, so what we started with last week on Monday, and work our way all the way to double leg kick. So we will have this exercise and we will do both of these variations today. And then also, so that'll be the live class and the recording will be up in the library. And then the recorded class will be more of a moving meditation where I'm not going to cue you all as much. So kind of keep your eyes peeled for that, because I really want you to put these skills that you've been learning so far this month to the test. So that you can start to focus on what you're saying to yourself instead of what I'm saying to you. So I hope you all have a lovely day. Thanks for watching. Keep going back to these tutorials time and time again. Keep practicing, keep coaching yourself. You don't need to master it right away. Take one piece of information and take it to the mat. Like, just take okay, I'm gonna work on my legs being the same length in my corkscrew. That's a lot to work on. So don't let yourself get overwhelmed by all the information that I'm giving you, because I could sit and talk about this forever. I think I could write an encyclopedia about this stuff. So I'll see you all tomorrow. What are we doing tomorrow? We are doing, I have to peek, we're doing the saw. The saw is tomorrow, and we're only going to work on the saw because that's another good one with lots of layers. It's a great exercise, and I can't wait to take you all through it. So have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye, everyone.